Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Campbell's Coins. In this episode, we're kind of going to go back to actually one of the first videos that I posted, and that was of 3 eBay auctions that I had won. And this particular one is 3 rolls of wheat cents. Now the seller claims that these are pennies from 1909 through 1929 and containing all 3 mints: Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and only these years in mints. So I'm kind of excited to see what is in it. I think I paid around, this is my dog, thank you. I think I paid around 12 bucks a roll, but I just wanted to see what kind of condition these are in and open them up for you to see as well. But before we get into that, I wanted to acknowledge somebody who had sent me a piece of channel mail. So, Levi Christofferson, and I hope I got your name right there. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending this in. I received it yesterday, and I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to wait until I received more channel mail and do kind of like a whole episode or segment of that. But if I don't receive any more, I will do a video of opening it. But I wanted to acknowledge you right now, so you weren't sitting in the dark wondering, did he get it, did he not? I did receive it, thank you so much. If I didn't mention it before, I am battling a bit of a cold, so I sound like shit. It's been going on for about a week. So you're gonna have to suffer through it with me. All right, well, Levi, thank you again so much. I really do appreciate it. But let's get to these penny rolls. All right, everyone. If you recognize these rolls, that's because they were used in a previous video. If you've watched the first eBay auction series video I put out, you'll notice this was one of the items that I purchased to see if it was worth anything. The description of the auction was very clear and very plain. These are 3 wheat cent rolls with dates ranging from 1909 to 1929. That's what the auction said. And it contains all 3 mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. I understand that these rolls look really beat up. It looks like somebody went through and just added junk coins to them, and if you can see on that ender right there, the Lincoln, that one's really beat up. Now these are the shape, this is the shape of the coin rolls as I had received them. So I wasn't expecting much out of this. In fact, I knew that this was probably junk, but I kind of wanted to do a video to show you all kind of what you can expect from some of these buys. Now this guy does have really good feedback, and I only buy from people who do have good feedback. And if everything in here turns out to be from 1909 to 1929 and it's a wheat penny, that's all his auction said. He had nothing in here that mentioned anything on condition. And I could get one from, I can get a penny from 1909, and I can get a penny from 1929, and the rest could be complete junk, or all commons, common coins, and the guy's auction would still be true. So that's why it's really, really important to read an auction or to read a description of whatever you're bidding or buying, to make sure that what you are getting is what you're bidding on. Also, make sure that the picture matches the auction. I recently was on eBay looking at some of those annex penny rolls of the 2009 penny, the Lincoln formative years, and there's 4 different things. Well, some of these auctions were showing unopened rolls from annex of 100 pennies each. But in the description, in very, very fine print, it tells you you're only getting 1 Denver coin and 1 Philadelphia coin from each of these that they're sending off to you. So they've already opened up these rolls, and they're just going to send you 2 pennies for the price of, I think it was like $5 or $6. So you really have to read the description and really get into it, because if you were just going off of that picture, you would be bidding on what you thought was 2 rolls of unopened 2009 Lincoln formative year rolls, and in the annex roll holder, whatever you want to call it. So it's really important that you check everything out before putting any sort of money or payment down. So as I said before, the purpose of all this video series in itself is just to test to see what I received compared to what the item description said. And as I had said before, I'm not expecting much out of these rolls. In fact, if anything if the rest of the rolls are just like the enders, the pennies are really worn. You could barely make out Lincoln's face in some of them. And I'll go ahead and show you through all those. So let's get started. I'll show you roll number 1. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, so here's the first roll opened. And as I suspected, most of these are in good, very fine type shape. Nothing spectacular to write home about. I do have a wide date range. I think the oldest coin in this roll happened to be a 1910. So here is the first roll that I opened, and it's exactly as the ad had stated. It is 1909 to 1929 with various mint marks. I've seen Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, but as you can see, the condition of the coins is very fine, I would say, at best. Here's just a sampling. This is a 1910. I think this is probably the oldest coin I found in this roll so far. But that's, as you can see, that's the condition. It doesn't appear to be cleaned, but just very worn. This may be the best shaped coin in this one, and it's a 1927D. As you can see, there's just a little bit more to Lincoln there on the back. So it's not in the worst shape, also not in the best shape, but I'll go through some of these for any errors or minting errors, that sort of thing, and hopefully this isn't a total loss. But so far it's as the auction ad said exactly. That's why it's really important to take a look at all aspects. What about condition? Is the condition listed? This just said 3 wheat rolls containing coins from not coins, but pennies from 1909 to 1929 with various mints. So just be careful what you see within those auctions before placing a bid. I'll clear this one off and open up the other 2. Okay, here we have number 2. And these are basically in the same condition as the last lot. Most of the luster is gone, if not completely. I do have a 1916 S. This still has some nice luster to it. But it's fairly worn. This one's a 1909. hard to see the 09 parts. Wonder if it's a VDB. I doubt it. Well, the coin is so worn, it's hard to tell anyway. I'll have to look at that through a microscope. So this is actually it's just a nice little wheat cent auction. This one's in 1915. So I mean, if you were looking to find a bunch of, or just to buy a bunch of old coins, this is definitely a route you can take, and it would get that. If you have a little collection binder going, it will get that started. This one's in 1915 too. Here's the oldest coin I found. It's a 1929 D. If you hear like any motorized sounds, that's my camera's focus. It's kind of annoying right now. Some of these are fairly worn. I wouldn't be surprised if these have already been picked through completely, and this is just what was left over and making a sale. All right, we're gonna move on to roll 3. All right, here we go with roll 3. There are our coins. Yeah, this one's much the same. Very worn coins. But again, I kind of have to give this guy positive feedback. Everything that is listed here was in the auction. He was very upfront and forward about what he had. If I wanted to know more, I could have asked before placing any bids, but I kind of wanted to show you this is one of those traps that you can fall into. It may look good. You may think you're getting like really great coins, but in reality you're just getting worn coins from a specific time period. So just make sure you do your homework, do your research. Is what you're bidding on going to equal what your expectations are? In this case, my expectations weren't very high, and this is basically what I was expecting to get. And actually, I'm not completely disappointed with the purchase. It allowed me to show you guys just some pitfalls that you can come into on eBay, and it got me some more wheat cents that I didn't have. So I'm very grateful for that. But I'll check all 3 rolls for any errors. See if this guy happened to miss any. I doubt it. If he's packaging them up this way and selling them, he knows what he's doing. But it doesn't hurt to take a look to see if we have an error. And even though these coins are in fair condition, they're not the best. Maybe it's worth something. They are fairly old. 1909 was one of the ones that we found. I don't know if it's a VDB. I doubt it. But if it's a VDB, S. It's 1909 S. Actually, that one wasn't an S, so never mind. Scratch that. But I'll take a look through them, and if I find anything that is pretty awesome, I'll add that to the end of this video. Other than that, that should do it. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Both of those help me out tremendously. The reason why people like myself are asking for you to hit these buttons is because it ups our video in the ranking in YouTube. It's due to YouTube's coding, and so if a video is getting more likes and more comments, they bump that video up. So that's why we ask for you to like and comment, because it'll bump our video up. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And thank you so much for watching Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents. Bye. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a little follow-up of these 3 wheat cent rolls. This is just the years that I had gotten. Starting off over on this side, Oh, there's 1909, 1910, 1911, 1912. I have one 1913, 1914s, 1915s, 16, 17, 18. A lot of 1919s. 1920, and then I'm missing 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then we pick up with 26, 27, 28, and 29. So this auction was exactly as he said. Various mint marks from wheat cents from 1909 through 1929. No mention of the condition. So guys, if you're going to buy something off of eBay or some other auction site, just pay attention to what everything says. And if you don't know and things seem uncertain, ask a question. And if that person or company is unwilling to follow up with answers to that question, just walk away, because you're just gonna hurt yourself in the end. I actually, even though I paid $12 per roll, so I paid $36 shipped for this, I'm actually fairly happy with it. These right here are 1928S pennies, and I'm going to look for the large S variety on those. And then here we have 1927 Ds, and I'm going to look for the repunchment mark D over D. And most of these later 20s coins, 26 through 27, they're actually not in that bad of shape. It's more of like the early teens that are kind of really worn here. I do have a nice 1916, if it'll focus. There we go. Not a whole lot of wear and pretty good luster. So I think that was a good find. And there was one other coin here. I think this might be it. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, this is the 1912, and there's not a whole lot of wear to this coin. It is dirty as all can be, but come on, focus. Focus, come on. There you go. You can really see the wheat stalks on it. My camera seems to want to just be out of focus, not focus. Focus. There we go. So this coin looks really, really good, aside from being dirty. And if it was possible to clean this up, I wouldn't clean it, but it's in pretty decent shape. And this is a 19. I think this is a 1912. So that was a good find. So those two pretty decent pennies, and then the possibility of some of these other error type coins, I'll check those. Other than that, I still am very happy with the purchase, because I'm able to fill up some of my little folders those years, just from stuff I wasn't able to get from coin roll hunting. And I think that's pretty neat. I like old pennies, especially the wheat cents. They're just there's something about them. They're over 100 years old, most of them, going back from here, really. This is 1919. So everything back here is over 100 years old, and this is approaching that. And there's just something cool about that. All right, well, that will do it. I'm planning on putting out another eBay video for you guys to check out, and I hope you'll stay tuned for that. It's mostly going over what to look out for with an eBay seller, and then I'll have another video after that which kind of dives into the details of what to look for, so you don't get scammed on a particular auction. So thank you so much for watching Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.